see. I got it. Yeah. So here we gonna spit something for the people to be like, hard ways brings better days inside the ghetto. They say that crime pays. It feels like fellow. I can't let them hold me down nor keep me fed up. Good time gonna come back around, so keep your head up. Hard ways brings better days inside the ghetto. They say that crime pays. It feels like fellow. I can't let them hold me down nor get me fed up. Good time gonna come back around, so keep your head up. Most of my life was struggle and strife. So what's in store now? Get more, kick in your door, lay on the floor now. To whom, to what, and then I will not answer. Let you figure out when I became a murder dancer. See the game, it ain't the same, so not me neither. For some change, they'll blow out your brains, you best believe her. Play a word, if it's on its own, then bring it to me. Play a word, tight grip on the chrome, so you better do me. See these haters like snakes in the grass, but it's on their faces. Rather see me down on my all catching cases. Mama told me, stop getting high. Told her I'll quit on Sunday. Sunday passed, I told her rely. Still smoking Monday. Uncle Ben, one of the realest players who I ever looked up to. Still my dog, but feel this player, he's strung out on crack, dude. Get in trouble, I'll go to jail. People change like the weather. That's a shame. Your friends and family don't stick together. What a flash, wanna take it all back to elementary. Showing love to all my dogs in the penitentiary. Hard ways.
Do you feel like hip-hop has an influence on the community?
Hip-hop had a big influence on the community. I come up listening to hip-hop all my life, you know what I'm saying? But if you ain't got a strong mind and think for yourself, you know what I'm saying, then you're going to be misled if you're listening to the wrong stuff, or people putting the wrong stuff in music, you know what I'm saying?
I can't knock the party, it's cool, better ask somebody. Better yet, better move, if not you'll probably get pushed back to the lobby. This a hobby, flow so natural, I hardly try. Some say he be acting snotty, only cause I'm fresh rockin' throwback Barclays. Watch the car please, toss the car keys.
Mostly they keep it real, you know, most of them, they keep it real when they, like some of the lyrics that they be rapping, like, that's stuff that people go through, done been through, you know?
They ain't too much about all that fame and glory. They just mostly about the hood,
just
trying
motivation.
To get the hood together.
They hood motivation, because they done going through a lot of stuff that we go through every day. What I'm been through.
They
so
know,
that's really just motivation.
Yeah, they know about the struggle.
Word.
That's why I can really get along with them, because they can feel our struggle as much as we know about the struggle.
Word.
Everybody else just on that bling bling and that's that in the
Who
third.
Who got the most bread in their pocket, you know?
Yeah, he ain't about that in life.
Just by keeping it real.
Yeah.
Imaging, hip-hop's image is strong and alive, but the art of hip-hop is dead. And I can understand the bitterness, but don't sit back and be bitter and complain and point fingers, and don't have the if you can't beat them, join them attitude. Revive it. I mean, and it's simple as going back and making dance records, making party records, making fun records again. That's what made Northern hip-hop serious. It had something to say. It was political. It was part political and part club. Southern hip-hop has always been about poverty and because that's what we saw. You know, Southern parties, I mean, have always been a little bit more extreme, you know, from Miami with the Luke to this, that, and the other. You know, strip clubs became popular in hip-hop because of Luke. That was a Southern thing. That was guys were doing units out of Florida when they couldn't get play in New York. You know, so the Civil War is crazy, but I understand it. I understand it big time. I just think that they need to get up their ass and start, you know, doing something about it instead of just sitting back and blaming everybody. Make better records. Make better records.
Yes, I mean, there's definitely a difference between a rapper and a lyricist. With a rapper, over a beat, they say whatever, whatever's on their mind. If they're going through something, whatever they visualize, they just say it, in plain form. A lyricist breaks it down in such text to where it makes you think. When they give it to you, like when you listen to a rapper, whatever they say, you just listen to it and you take it for what they say. With a lyricist, the way they deliver it, you have to stop and say, hold up, did you hear what he just said? And then you have to rewind it back to listen and say it. It's all about the showmanship of hip hop. So yeah, there's definitely a difference between a rapper and a lyricist.
The best MC is knowing how to perfect the art of storytelling. Biggie did it, Tupac did it. Like, you can't not be able to tell a story. I think he should have not strayed so far from the truth, because now it's coming back to bite him in his ass. But at the end of the day, people still gonna buy his music.
Everything got to be like in riddles, man, because kids follow the things that we say. You know what I mean? I being real about it, like, yeah, they do follow. It ain't no, I done did my own, like, just really basically trying to do my own investigation on that, but, because I got little brothers and, you know what I mean, and just to say, well, the way they analyze the music that coming up in their generation, you gotta really, really watch what you're saying. And yeah, we do have the, we got room.
But there's different artists on every channel. I'm not promoting to say that, it's wrong to say niggas and bitches, because that's a form of expression.
No, it's a form of expression. What form of expression do you want to go out there and say in your corporate America, those niggas and bitches?
That's the difference.
There's no difference.
No. If you think about it,
you can change it then.
If you think about
change it for them,
listen,
change it for them.
That's right, but there's a time and a place for everything.
There's no time and place for that.
There is a time and a place for everything.
On a record to go promote it out to the world? That's not the time and place for that.
There's a time and a place for everything.
Well, definitely, I believe that, there could be more of a message in the music. I do agree with that. But at the same time, there are rappers that's writing songs about real life experiences that they had with women, So it's kind of like a double-edged sword. I can't point the finger at a rapper who had a bad experience with a woman and he wrote a song about that. Now if you're just one of them rappers that's just out there making songs totally to disgrade women, then you're wrong. And 9 out of 10 times, man, them rappers don't last. Them ones like that, they don't last. Because, I don't want to say that, the female fan base is the biggest of who's buying the most CDs right now. But if you're a rapper known for just bashing women, then you're going to lose that clientele right there. That first album might be platinum, that second album would. Proof is in the pudding. You got a lot of rappers that fell off like that.
They think that, what I'm saying, you put a CD together, you give it to a couple of your homeboys, that's it.
There ain't no grind.
There ain't no grind, man. You ain't grinding.
And don't just sit and worry about and depend on Charleston market. Get North Carolina, get
Georgia, Florida,
Alabama, get Tennessee, get Alabama, and let those cities know what you're doing for Carolina. And then come back to your own town and let them know what you're doing now.
Doesn't have young black men hustling. The economical system in the United States of America has them doing that, because if you don't set anything up for your average citizen to achieve to, if you don't put money and influences on that, then you're kind of shooting in the wind. One of the reasons, I used to live in D.C., and one of the reasons folks love Marion Barry so much because he took care of a lot of the younger folks with job opportunities, and he took care of those older folks that couldn't really handle themselves. In any southern, well, in this area, there's nothing set up like that. School is about to be out for the summer. There's no mass citywide or tri-county-wide, job program in place. That's, hey, you're gonna fend for yourself.
J's and some random black niggas. I get a lot of love. I got the whole city with me. I'm going hood to hood. I'm going block to block. I'm going state to state. I hustle non-stop. Watching for the rats, niggas stacking cheese up like Lil Scrappy. All my niggas yelling G's up. Now that I'm here, you can't get rid of me. I ain't front shit. I need cash on delivery. The streets feeling me. They love how I do it.
We don't just influence the African American community, we influence everybody, and that's what really became the problem. I mean, this was like a growing process, but once you had Ludacris on a Pepsi commercial, you know what I'm saying, it touched somebody, you know what I mean? That's when you heard I forgot, O'Reilly, he's tripping. He's like, hold up, you know what I mean? As long as y'all promoting Church's Chicken, as long as y'all promoting Negro stuff, you know what I'm saying, that's cool, but don't come invading, my quote-unquote white upper echelon, my products, and you know what I'm saying. That's when it started to become an issue. Like even back with Hammer, you know what I'm saying, when he made that 30 mil. You know what I mean? Of course, there was country stars and all these other people making all kind of money. Oh, a black dude made 30 mil? Oh, IRS, we got to be on top of him. Next thing you know, he ends up broke. You see what I'm saying? So I mean, we've been affecting the community as a whole. I do believe we do need to be more balanced though in our choice of topic. I know it's like a lot of hoopla going on right now as far as like the N-word and all that type of stuff. If we all be honest, that didn't necessarily make us stop using it amongst ourselves. It just made us more conscious of using it around other people. But we just be more responsible. But I'm not gonna sit there and say we gonna stop partying, because we not. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be blind and be like, everybody gonna stop using the N-word, because they're not. You know what I mean? But what we can do is make more conscious efforts to make a balance. You know what I mean? As much energy as we give into the partying and the drinking and the smoking and all that type of stuff, put some type of message in a couple of your songs, if not just one song.
I think hip hop gets blamed for a lot of things because we're one of the main. We have a lot of influence on a lot of things that go on. A lot of people look up to hip hop or whatever, but we get blamed for unnecessary things. So I don't agree with that.
No weapons, witnesses, no bridge, no kid. So I'm calm now, take it so good to calm down. Blood on my skin, I ride out, to the crack outside out. Back on the scene, on head, breaking bread in the street. Some bust up like a brain, the heat, do or die. Bitch, don't rather see you in the dirt. They 6 feet deep in screw world money. They say go around, but you don't understand. Move, baby girl, need to grip in my hand. I gotta get all the king and young Jesus, the fingers in the hands in the air.
I mean, yeah, it does, because it's the only career where you can see people with no education come from nothing and be millionaires in a couple of years. So yeah, I feel like it does. I mean, it's not like we got too much opportunities anyway, because most of us, we got charges, most of us, we got strikes. Then 9 times out of 10, most of us, we black, so that's already a strike right there. So it's already a strike against us. So yeah, it's a big influence against African Americans. So yeah.